If you're hunting for a prop firm in 2025 that has fast payouts, no trading restrictions, and rules that don't set you up to fail, then you need to watch this review that I've done on E8 Markets. We're going to walk through everything this prop firm has to offer you, from the structure of their funding programs to what all the traders are actually saying about this prop firm behind the scenes. But before we get into this video, we've noticed that 90% of you haven't subscribed, so make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification. If you have any comments on E8 Markets, then leave them down in the comment section below. So we'll get into the funded account options that are available on E8 Markets in 1 second. But before that, we're going to tell you exactly who's behind this prop firm and let you know a bit about the company's background, just so you can start to trust the company behind this before we get into the actual account options. So E8 was founded back in November 2021 and it's headquartered in Dallas, Texas. It's led by CEO Dylan L. Carmi, and since its launch, E8 has experienced one of the fastest and most consistent growth curves in the entire prop firm industry. That's not fluff, it's backed by a wave of funded traders and community expansion across platforms like Discord, Telegram, and Trustpilot. What really sets E8 apart though is how it positioned itself early on when it first come into the Unlike some firms that hide behind confusing metrics or ultra restrictive rules that can catch you off guard, E8 came out offering clarity. From the website design to the trader dashboard, it's built with usability in mind. Everything is updated in real time and traders can track objectives, risk, and profit goals all in one spot. And even more importantly, they're not partnered with questionable offshore brokerages. Instead, they execute trades directly through tier 1 liquidity providers. That means fast executions, ultra low spreads, and reliable pricing, whether you're scalping, swing trading, or holding over the weekend. So let's have a look at the account options that you can choose from on E8 Markets, and boy is there a lot to choose from. So usually with a lot of different prop firms, you can either choose trading Forex, or you can go to the alternative prop firm which will let them trade on futures markets, whereas E8 Markets covers both Forex and futures in the exact same place. So we'll first have a look at the Forex options. Remember as well that the Forex options have a 1-step, 2-step, and 3-step, and the futures options also have a 1-step, 2-step, and 3-step. So with the prices for E8 Markets, they highly differ. The reason why they highly differ is because you've got a real great option to choose from. You can choose from as little as $5,000 all the way up to $500,000. But not only that, you can also select your drawdown type. So the higher drawdown that you put on, then the more it's going to cost. But this is perfect because E8 Markets create an account for literally whatever level of trading you're at, whether you're trading on Forex pairs or futures pairs, it doesn't matter. You can get a decent enough buffer zone to whatever you're comfortable with. But obviously keep in mind, this will add a lot more onto your account balance. And you can also select the payout share as well, so you can increase this to 90% or 100%, whatever you like, however much you're willing to pay up front for an account like this, and however comfortable you feel with your trading ability, you can customize your account to make it the perfect one for you. Now you've got 4 options to choose from when it comes to trading platforms. You've got MetaTrader, Platform 5, which is MT5, CTrader, or you've got TradeLocker. We'll first have a look at the 1-step account for the basic price that you would be paying. So you can start with a 5k account with your drawdown on a standard 4%, and the payout share on a standard 80%, and that would cost you $40. The 10k account would cost you $72, the 25k account would cost you $154, the 50k account would cost you $235, the 100k account would cost you $398, the 200k account would cost you $650, the 400k account would cost you $1,301, and the 500k account would cost you $1,627. But then just to compare how much the prices change, we'll go on a 100k account, which is one of the most popular options, which would normally cost you $398, just to see how much this increases the account amount for. If you pick 6% drawdown, it increases to $488, 8% drawdown increases to $586, 10% drawdown increases to $684, and 14% drawdown increases to $879. We'll go back to the normal 4% drawdown and just increase the payout share now, just to give you an idea of how much the payout share increases the account size. 90% would increase it to $445 and 100% would increase it to $493. So that just gives you an idea of how much it basically changes the amount that you want to be paying for your account the more you increase the drawdown and payout share. I won't do this again for the future ones because otherwise we'd be here looking at the account sizes all day, but you get the idea. Increasing the drawdown amount significantly increases the amount that you're going to be paying for your account, so the lower the better with this really. Then you've got the two-step options where the drawdowns changes again, so it's either from 6% to 8% to 10% to 14%. Let's just say we're going to go with the standard 6% drawdown, and for a 5k account it would cost you $54, a 10k account would cost you $99, 25k account would cost you $206, 50k account would cost you $305, 100k account would cost you $530, a 200k account would cost you $1,106. Then we're on to the 3-step options where the drawdowns change again from 3% all the way to 8%. So we'll do it with a standard 5% option that is automatically put up. And you get 2 account type options with this as well. So you either get E8 track 1-to-1, which is probably to do with the leverage, and then E8 track where you probably get more leverage options. So a 10k on E8 track 1-to-1 would cost you $59. A 25k account would cost you $138. A 50k account would cost you $208. A 100k account would cost you $358. 200k account would cost you $598, and the 400k account would cost you $1,188. On the E8 track, your profit target is 8% in the first phase and then 4% in the following phases after that. The 10k account would cost you $67. The 25k account would cost you $155. The 50k account would cost you $233. The 100k account would cost you $401. The 200k account would cost you $670, and the 400k account would cost you $1,331. Now in the E8 track 1-to-1, the profit target is 5% across all of the phases. In the 2-step challenge, the profit target is 8% in the first phase, and in the second phase, it is 4%. In the 1-step challenge, the profit target is 6%. Then we're on to the futures models. So in model 1, it's a 1-step challenge and the profit target is 6%. And you have to make sure you do not go below the daily pause allowance of 2%. You have to make sure you go below the daily pause allowance of 2%. This doesn't get rid of your account if you go below this 2%, but it pauses your account for the day. And for futures accounts, this is really amazing because the daily pause allowance usually is a daily loss limit. And these daily loss limits are always very slim. They're always usually between 2 to 4%. The fact that it's a pause makes sure you stay consistent as a trader and you don't lose your account straight away, which is amazing. And it will also stop you from revenge trading. So if you go below that 2% daily loss, because your emotions will get in the way, it will pause you for the day so you don't have to carry on trading to get out of drawdown like a lot of people already do. And also the maximum overall drawdown is 4%, but it's an end of day drawdown. So if you go below the drawdown in the middle of the day, let's say you go below 5%, then as long as you can crawl that drawdown back before the end of the closing day, then you will keep your account. Otherwise, then you're going to lose it. And then model 2 slightly changes, so the profit target is 6%. So let's first look at the account sizes. So you can pick between 50k, 100k, and 150k. And the monthly fee for the 50k is $98. For the 100k, it's $178, and for the 150k, it is $278. Then you've got model 2, and it's only one drawdown type on this, which is just a single end of day drawdown, which is 3%. And your profit target stays the same at the 6%. For the 50k account option, this would cost you $68 a month. The 100k account option, it would cost you $118 a month, and the 150k account option, it would cost you $178 a month. If you look at model 3, you can see that this is a 4-step challenge, but you keep 100% of the profits with this one. And it's a 6% profit target in each of these 4 phases without exceeding an end of day drawdown of 3%. And you're probably looking at the price initially and going, wow, that's a bit of an incredible price when you compare it to model 2 and model 1. But what you've probably not noticed is that this is an overall fee. So you're not paying a monthly fee with model 3. It is just a one-time payment that as long as you don't go below the drawdown, you keep your account. And obviously you have to pass a challenge as well. But this is great because a lot of people don't really like the futures option where you have to pay monthly. Some people do like to pay it all up front. So it's great that E8 markets give you that option. So the price for the 50k account is $448, one-time fee. 100k account is $558, and then a 150k account is $668. And you can change the drawdown on this from 3% to 5%. It slightly increases the price of the account. And also, if you increase the drawdown, it will increase the profit target as well. So I don't know if a lot of you would still want to do that, but the option's there if you'd really want to. So if you do the 4% drawdown, it increases the profit target to 8% on each phase, and then 5% increases the profit target to 10% on each phase. When it comes to payouts, E8 traders can request their first payout after 8 days, with subsequent payouts available every 14 days. Here's some of the reasons why you should choose E8 markets that they have highlighted on their website. You can grow your account balance over time with some great account scaling opportunities. There's 24/5 customer support. It's not really available on the weekends, but it's available whenever you really need it. You can go ahead and join the Discord and talk to a lot of the people in the Discord, or you can get in touch using the contact form on the website by scrolling down to this section and clicking contact. But Discord is probably one of the best places to get instant support. They've got innovative tools, cutting edge technology for a competitive edge. This prop firm allows you to customize your evaluation to make it as personal to you as possible, especially when you compare it to other prop firms. No prop firm gives you this option of customization to basically pick whatever account type that you want. Some of the best trading conditions with this prop firm as well. You can either get raw spreads or commission-free trading. Absolutely amazing. You can keep up to 100% of your profits. You can access your earnings within 24 hours of processing the payment. And because this prop firm has been going for so long and they've got a thriving, dedicated community, you can take advantage of valuable trading insights and educational resources. Thank you for watching. You can find the link to E8 Markets in the first link in the description below. You will also find a full in-depth review on our website that you can find just below that link. It goes through even more of the features that I've not covered in this video in case you want to check that out. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.